Alright, the next portion of getting organized, we're going to take the large bag that doesn't have any numbers on it. You're going to see it contains a lot of different stuff, including your spur gear and an orange wheel wrench and your tool bag and whatnot. And what we're going to do is go ahead and we're going to open up the bag, and we're going to take everything out of this bag and lay it out on our bench, and we're going to do an inventory to make sure that at least all the bags are there. So go ahead and dump everything out, and I'm going to organize these, and we'll be right back with you and show you what we have going here. So go ahead and dump that out and follow along with us. Alright, we have our bag of bags opened up, and what you're going to find is on all of the bags, they're going to be marked with a number, and they go from A through N. So we have our bag A that has some bearings in it and our wheel hubs and whatnot, so that's bag A. Bag B has our front turnbuckles and a few other steering servo parts and some ball studs. C has our steering servo in it, and it has a chassis brace as well as looks like some sway bar mounts, a servo, battery tray foam, and whatnot, and that's bag C. Bag D has some orange braces in it, as well as some wheel hubs, some bearings, and screws, and some C-clips and whatnot. That's bag D. Bag E is your differential bag. It has your alloy diff cases, it has some 1,000-weight fluid, it's got your gear in here and whatnot, so that's bag E. Bag F is a transmission bag. It has some heavy-duty grease. It has some bearings as well as the lay shaft for the transmission and some internal transmission gears. That's bag F. Bag G is your drive shafts. It's got some sway bars, has some brake parts in it. That's bag G. Bag H is your air filter bag. It has your air filter foams, air filter oil, etc., a gasket. Again, that's bag H. Bag I contains your exhaust. It has some orange parts in here. It's got some screws and some gaskets and whatnot, but the clutch bell is located in this bag. Again, that's the exhaust bag, which is bag I. Bag J has your spur gear assembly in it. Has a spur gear, has some screws, has your pinion, has a couple bearings, has your spur gear rubbers in there and whatnot. Again, that's bag J. Bag K has some brake parts in here. It looks like some screws, a spring. It has your rear wing mount for the stabilizer for the roll cage and whatnot. Again, that's bag K. Bag L is a shock bag. It has a set of springs. It has some shock tubes. It has some shock oil. It has your ride height adjustment, gaskets, and whatnot. Again, that's bag L. Bag M is another shock bag, and it feels a little bit bigger, and it's got your rear brace in there, as well as a set of springs and your shock tubes, some 5-weight oil, and whatnot. Again, that's bag M. Bag N has your wheel nuts in it. That's how to identify bag N. Some body clips, some screws and whatnot. So that is your numbered bags, or your lettered bags from A to N. You will also have inside that bag a spare parts bag, and it contains an additional spur gear. Not only is it nice to have an additional spur gear, however, that is also used as a tool for the building of and the maintenance of your Baja. There's some additional stuff in here. There's some diff seals and some additional nuts, bolts, and screws that you'll be needing later on to help maintain your Baja once it's built. The last bag is the tools bag. Inside there we have enough 2-cycle oil to get you going. It's going to be the oil that you're going to want to use for break-in on your motor. Take a look at it before you go out and buy gas. It's been my experience in the past that there's not enough oil in here to do a full gallon of gas. So don't go out and buy a full gallon and start dumping it in there, because there's not going to be enough. So go ahead and read your charts on that. It has a spark plug wrench, a wheel wrench, your multi-tool, and it has a 3mm and 4mm wrench included. It's got another multi-tool, and it's got several little smaller Allen wrenches. Everything, believe it or not, that you will need except for pliers to do the build. So everything that you're going to need is included there. What we're going to do is we're going to lay these out on a different part of our workbench in alphabetical order, because that's the way generally that they are used during the build. If you don't have a place to lay everything out, a lot of people I know are building these in their living rooms, their kitchens, their bedrooms, their garages, and it does take a while to build. I'm going to suggest that you find a box to put them in, to line them up in alphabetical order. It does make your build go a lot faster and a lot smoother to know right where everything is. So we're going to go ahead and line these up on our workbench, and we'll be right back to deal with the plastic bag full of plastic parts.